Hello, hello to anyone who's here. It says there's 4 viewers. You don't need to talk if you don't want to, but hello if you're here and lurking. I am finishing up Hoodwink really quick, maybe for about 15 minutes or so. Then I'm going to move on to Chica. FNAF Chica, where are we at on her? Here, I have a few ideas for what I want to do with the detail in the wires and things like that. I want to add some rusty texture to the metal stuff going on here. I want to add some more longer, more obvious wires sticking out. Hey, how's it going? And then I'm going to move on to spooky sketch requests. And if there's only like 1 or 2 people watching, your odds of getting your requests drawn are much higher. So welcome one and all. Hope you're all having a fabulous weekend so far. Possible new job coming your way. That is good news. Hopefully, better pay than where you're at, better conditions, better people, better management. Why is this coloring this? I'm on the wrong layer. Oops, already. I did a little bit of work on this off stream because I wanted to get into the spooky stuff since it's already October 18th. So I want to dive into Chica pretty quickly. So I added the silver stuff in the middle here. Started doing some colored outlines, and then I'm going to do a texture pass over the top of it, and then probably call this one good. Because I like where it's at right now. I don't want to overwork it. And then we can move on to spooky stuff for spooky season. Hello, hello, how's it going? Hope you're having a good October so far. My October is going peachy. Oops. Yeah, I want to do this a little lighter. Not quite that light. Just to add a little depth to the lines, because I do think it looks a little flat when it's all black lines and it's not super stylized to be heavy black lines, you know? So just fix it up a little bit. And then I gotta call my brother at like 10 Eastern, because I promised I would. So that's my cutoff for the stream. But that's about as long as I usually go anyway, is like 2 hours and change, so that works just fine. realistically like 9:30 Eastern, but we'll see. We'll see how into whatever I'm drawing I get, you know. There's a little wiggle room on that, but that's about as long as I stream anyhow. When I watch the videos back, it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours 30 minutes, so that's pretty typical. Just doing a few more colored line touches here. And then this I wanted to make like silvery, the acorn. I'm gonna do colored outlines on this stuff real quick. And I'm not too fussed about it being perfect, because I mean, this is a sketch request that got out of hand, basically. That was going to be a quick sketch like the rest, but I just wanted to make it nice, so. Somewhere in the middle of spending, you know, dozens of hours on it and just doing it as a sketch. So we're somewhere in the middle of that. Couple streams, finish it up. But I like the way it looks. I think it's cute. I think it's fall appropriate, even if it's not spooky season. It's autumnal. Blech. It's got the orange warm colors. It's got, you know, a squirrel type creature. It's very autumnal. Do you have a P.O. box at all? No, I do not. I should set one up at some point, huh? Added to the to-do list. I do not currently, but if I do, I'll let everybody know. And I'll put that info on my YouTube description as well, so that's a good idea. I never thought about it. Don't look at you. No, never. If I ever go ham on a request, it's always my fault. It's never it's never the fault of anyone who suggested an idea for the list, because either I'm going to spend 10 minutes on it in the sketch and call it good, or I'm going to work it till it's like a finished piece like this, you know? I just thought it was cute. And it works well with like the season we're in, you know? So no. If I feel like making something look a little better and colored and more finished, I'm going to do it. And like, this is annoying. So this is something that happens in Procreate when you don't fill in all the colored areas. So I'm going to go do that here. Oops. Don't want to do that. Oh my gosh. How do I fix this? Oh, because this is painted all actually on the layer. So there we go. Gotta actually match the color. How about that? Because I like the little bit of white dots and uneven texture and imperfection, but it just looks like not great when it's like that, you know? So I gotta fix that up really quick. I don't mind if these are the perfect color or not. Add a little highlight back to them. Beautiful. Over here, that paw looks a lot better. That looks fun. Alright, I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I did want to change... What was I looking at? I wanted to change the color of the top of the acorn to make it look a little shinier and more metallic. So where is that? Is that right here? I guess so. Let's find out. Yeah, that'll work. I just want this like the same color as all the other metallic elements to make it match. Beautiful. Do a P.O. box now? I should get on that. What's a Halloween thing you can request with your favorite villagers? Give me a name of a favorite villager and what kind of costume you'd like to see them in, and I'll add it to the list. As of now, the list has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things on it. So your odds are pretty high. And I'll also be streaming next weekend, but I am going to, excuse me, I am going to a Halloween party next weekend, so I might stream on either Thursday or the Sunday the day after the party, because I'm helping set it up on that Friday and then going to it on Saturday. So, yeah, so I'll be streaming either Thursday or Sunday, but whatever, I'll keep you guys posted. Before Halloween, I will be doing another stream, just that's all sketch stream requests, so never fear if I don't get to yours tonight. Alright, I don't want to get too lost in the details of the colored outlines, so what I want to do is some texture layer on top, just to warm everything up. I'm thinking like a nice cozy beigey color like this. I'm just going to try some random things and see what works. There's no more thought than this. I just add some texture, mess with the overlay of it and see what looks good and what doesn't. Very complicated scientific process here. Ellie as Al Hoshino. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'll add it to the list. Absolutely. Ellie Al Hoshino costume. I put Ellie Animal Crossing, or AC. So I know that those are two different things. Alright. As I know what Ellie is, but my brain's gonna read that all as one character name. Ooh, I kind of like just standard overlay. It kind of warms it up a little. I don't know if it looks the same on your end. I'm seeing it on my end. It's like not very warm, and then just crank it up to like here. That kind of warms it up. I like that. It's like a coffee stain kind of feeling to it. Poop on the squirrel. Yeah, you know what? That's what we're doing. It adds warmth. It adds a little more autumnal vibe to it. And then, of course, I want to do a layer of noise because I just like how that looks. So we're going to use the biggest brush of this chalk brush and go over it. You can use the noise tool as well, but I like doing this because I like when it's not perfectly even, and then I also like recoloring it to be a gradient of different colors. So I'll alpha lock it, and then maybe color it like a darker orangey red like this. And then we're going to also mess with the settings on this and see what looks good. Usually overlay looks fine for this. Yep, that looks good, but not too much because that's too warm. We want it to look still a little green. I think that looks good. It's got a little texture to it. If you zoom in, you can see that. I think that looks pretty swell. Now, do I have the eye color right? I think that's the last thing I wanted to touch. I think Hoodwink has bright blue eyes from the ref that I was gazing upon a minute ago. Let me zoom into it. Of course, it's the smallest possible image. Where's the nice one that I had saved from the email you sent? I think blue, though, right? Blue eyes? Let me just move over. The chat will confirm. Gertrude from... Ooh, okay, I have more requests. Let's see, yes. Draculara. Added to the list. Draculora. Is that another character I don't know? Twyla. Is that Monster High characters? Because it sounds like it, and that would be cute. And Gertrude, I Hate Fairyland. I'm gonna look that up. I am putting an emphasis on spooky characters for October, but if this is not a spooky character, I can just add it to the regular wish list or request list, I guess, for November. And Danny DeVito better be Phil. Yeah, if they ever do make a live-action Hercules, Danny DeVito should be Phil. You're absolutely correct. And I think... I mean, the fan art I'm looking at looks like blue eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Deep blue eyes. That's all I needed to know. Last final touch is I just wanted to add a little bit of depth to the eye color. Right here. There it is. Just add a little bit of brightness on the bottom here. Maybe even a little brighter than that. And then a little darker on top. Just because it looks pretty. Nice, and that brings the eye right in because that's one of the more saturated things on the page. Cool. Alright, I think we're done with Hoodwink. At least I'm calling it a wraps for this stream. What do we all think? I'm going to put her on screen here for a moment. I think she's good. Yes, any female character for Monster High. All right, noted. I don't know why the name Draculara sounded familiar to me because I never played with Monster High or got into Monster High as a kid. That was after my time because I'm very old. So, but I'm familiar with the name. All right, I'm gonna call Hoodwink done. Great, I have approval. Wonderful. All right, now. Let's get spooky. Let's get spooky. It is spooky season. Last stream I was debating whether to make the background light or dark. The benefit is the candle looks more like a lit candle. The con is that it looks less like a little Golden Book parody, which is kind of what I'm going for. So maybe split the difference and do some kind of color in the background, like a pale yellow, gives it kind of that washed old book kind of feel. That's kind of where I'm at with it right now, is just a neutral background. Because I like the idea of it being parody Little Golden Book more than like a creepy picture, you know? More cute than creepy. If my mom saw this, she would think, oh, what a cute chicken, you know? First things first, I didn't finish smoothing out the head shape like I said I was going to. There was one little part of it that was bugging me that I'm still seeing it like jut out. And I'm all about imperfections, imperfect shapes, but it was bugging me. So, fixed right now. And then what did I want to dive into? Alright, the key of what I'm working on right now is going to be texture. So I want to add more of these like detailed wire textures to the arms. I want to add some bigger wires coming out, because you know what my inspiration is, and let's see if I can find the name of it. Oh, it's Stitch's Great Escape. If you look up Stitch's Great Escape animatronics, you'll see very creepy animatronics of Stitch without his skin, and a robot guy, and like another robot creature alien thing. But namely the Stitch picture, you'll know it when you see it if you search Stitch's Great Adventure animatronic. Stitch looks creepy, and he has these giant wires sticking out of his head. And I really like that look, so I'm going to do that and have a couple bigger wires sticking out rather than the puny little one I have now. And then the robot guy animatronic I was looking at, I made a mental note to add some shiny textures and some like rusty matte textures to get a variety of metal junk stuff in here. So that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, the squirrel character, it's already been answered, but it was Hoodwink. So that's what I'm up to now. And I want to fix little things, like, for instance, this Let's Eat bib, there's like this line right here that I want to get rid of. And I'm not sure why that is. I think it's because I just didn't color in the color underneath or something. Let's see. Because this bib is set as a clipping mask to this layer. So I think I just need to paint out. Yep, that'll do it. Easy peasy. All that yapping for what? Alright. So that's fixed. I also wanted to fix... The feet look slightly different sizes, which didn't bug me until I saw it earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm going to fix that. I think I want to make both of them as large as the one on the right, the bigger foot. So I'm going to quickly see if I can do that without messing up a lot of different things. I want to just make this foot slightly bigger. That won't be too bad to fix. And maybe if I make the other one slightly smaller, they'll meet in the middle. And it won't be too much adjustment. Actually, that looks better to me. That looks better to me. Now I just have to fix the stuff I broke here. No problem. We're gonna fix this foot, and then I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty on these wires and things. Oops. I want to make sure this cuts off and then goes into the foot. Like so. Like so. Let's see, do a Halloween version of Journey to Imagination. Here, an attempt to figure out where the heck Dreamfinder is. You know what? Yeah, I'll put Halloween Figment on the list. Sure, I'll do Figment in a cute little costume. That's frightening that there's a new gadget mouse in terms of popularity. Let's see if I get Russian followers or something. Alright, this is on alpha lock, which is why it wasn't working. I'll have to redo the texture on these toes shortly, but let me just fix them so they actually extend to the foot. And then I'll alpha lock again and fix that texture really quick. Alright, that looks good. Except for it's doing the annoying line thing here. Fix that. Fix that. Beautiful. Alpha lock. Let's fix this shading really quickly. Something like this. That is a thing for you, but Disney should. Well, you know what? I added Halloween Figment on the list anyway. I could draw a little Figment holding a little jack-o'-lantern or popping out of a jack-o'-lantern or something cute, you know? Use my imagination. I love Figment, so I'm adding it to the list. Also gonna add to the list, my sister wanted me to draw her some art for her phone background. She was gonna pay me and everything, but I'll add it to the list. It's just a cute little, like, witchy cat iPhone background. I would just do a rough sketch of that, just to get the layout of it, but I think it would be cute to add to the list because it is a witchy little black cat, so it is appropriate for the stream. Now, moving on, this middle part. So I'm gonna look up Chica FNAF really quickly and see if I can't see what's going on with the middle section. Maybe if I look for, like, no skin or something, like, will it show me the animatronics underneath? I just want to know what's going on with the middle section, because it looks like the arms, there's a bunch of wires and stuff. But, like, the belly, the metal. Skeleton. Show me the spooky robot. Huh. I'm not seeing Chica? Oh yeah, these are like different. Maybe I have to type in endoskeleton. Chica FNAF endoskeleton. Is that it? Alright, it's mainly fan art, but like it gives me some idea. And it doesn't need to be totally accurate. I just want to get an idea of what shapes to do, you know what I mean? To make it look kind of like the stuff that's there. Huh. It looks different than a big panel of metal. Interesting. What is this one? Oh, that's a totally different thing. Sorry for the the dead air on the screen. I was just zoomed into a random part of Chica. Alright, I'm looking up this reference. I'm just gonna wing it, I think, because it looks like it's just a big, like, rectangle. Let's see if I can do a layer and show you what I'm seeing. It's like the endoskeletons, it's like a big rectangle and then a million wires. You know? And that's just not a very fun shape, so I'm just gonna make it up. And make it a few different panels of different textures of metal, like a shiny one and a rusty one. I think it'll get the idea across. I'm gonna use my imagination on this. So we're alpha locking, and I want to do maybe like 3 panels, right? Like here's one panel, and then there's one in the middle. Something like that. And then the one in the middle, or maybe the one on the edge can have rust, and the one in the middle can be shiny, and the one on the edge can be like shiny with a little bit of rust on it, or something. Something like that, just to add some more interest and detail. No, I do not have to draw an endoskeleton. I'm just looking up the endoskeleton for inspiration for like what kind of shapes to do for this metal stuff that's exposed here. But it's almost like... Oh, let's see. I have all this ref open over here. It's almost like it can kind of just be whatever you want in the middle. Because different fan art does different things, it seems, with that. I'm just trying to think of how I should interpret that bit of middle that's exposed between her belly and her, like, pelvis animatronic part, you know? The rest of it's going to be wires. That'll be easy peasy. The full picture? Yeah. Let me zoom out. Give everybody the full look. I'm going to do some detailed wires in the arms, and then just some chunks of metal in the torso. And maybe some wires for the legs, too. While I look up... Just do a chicken tender. Yeah, good idea. And, you know, honestly, I don't know anything about FNAF, so... whatever I choose to do can be explained away by the fact that I don't know anything about FNAF, you know? I just like to do things justice when I have the ability to look up reference images, you know? But I don't think anybody will mind if I just wing it and simplify it. Thank you so much. Cute Chica drawing. Yeah, the pupils are massive. I want them to be equal parts cute and horrifying, which I think is the whole vibe, right? So I think that's working, the huge pupils. I think that works well for my purposes. So, let me think here. Let's, clipping mask. Let's do this metal panel. I have an idea where I want to make it, like, rusty. So we're just going to block out the shape of it here. And then maybe have a bolt. Even if that doesn't make any sense, I want to do a bolt. So I'm going to do another clipping mask on top. Just do one. I don't think it needs a million. We're just going to do one. And get in there with the dry brush. Just make it a cute little something like this. Maybe make the edges not perfectly circular. We don't want anything too realistic looking on this character. Nice and simple. There. That's even a little bit too much detail, I think. But I want it to be visible, so we're gonna brighten it up a little. And then I want to take this panel, alpha lock it, and I want to add some different metal tones to it, and then maybe some like rusty texture. So I'm just gonna rough it up with a few shades of metallic silver gray. And then I want to find a brush that looks nice and rusty and add some rust and grit to it. And not get too lost in the weeds by not zooming in super far, because nobody's going to be able to tell all that. Chica loves eating pizza, yeah. Oh yeah, that would be cute if I could do like a FNAF little golden book. That would be cute. You can hear a noise from back in the kitchen in the first game, and it's Chica looking for pizza. That's cute. Yeah, you know what? I'll try adding shine on her eyes. I don't know if that will make it go from being creepy cute to being just plain cute. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I'm going to let the audience let me know. So here, I'm going to add on a new layer. An eye shine. I'm just going to copy and make sure it's the same size. Duplicate. Because I think that's cute, but I think it might be taking it, veering it in the direction of cute rather than cute/creepy. So I'm gonna let you guys let me know what you think. I'm gonna try to keep that visible while I work on this this rusty thing here. Because it's definitely more haunting without the eye shine. Let me try to find a brush. Wait, let me lighten this up just a smidge more. Like so. And then I want to look up rusty metal on Google and get an idea. Ooh, I could go full like acidic yellow with brown and gray. That would be kind of cool. I like that splotchy look. It's like a mix of this bluish silver and then, okay. I have an idea. So let's do this kind of orangey color and then find a nice splotchy brush. I might even have a rust brush in here somewhere. Well, grunge, that works pretty well. Let's try that. And a little grimier. Maybe if I press like this. That's okay. And then we need reds for rust. Reddish browns, like so. That's a start. Maybe more vibrant, and then mixed with yellow. I think that reads a little rusty. I'm not sure. Maybe abstract elements, materials, zombie skin. Okay. Industrial. Here we go. Heavy metal, rusted decay. I knew there was a default Procreate rust brush. I knew there was. Okay. Okay. It looks kind of rusty to me. I might do that on the other panels here. Just make them like different shades. So we're going to color in with this metal color. Maybe a little more blue over here. And then come in with that orange. And then the rust picture I'm looking at has like these really vivid pops of like yellow, which I think is fun because it works in that Chica yellow too. Ooh, that's interesting. I really like that. I don't care if it's accurate or not. I just like how it looks. And I kind of want to shade underneath. So maybe bluey silver color like that. No. Like that. Recent rusted decay. Ooh, that looks interesting. It kind of all blends into one big pile of mush, but I'm not mad at it. Let's try amping up the brightness of the middle one, perhaps. And then making this section darker. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the segmented panels, but let's see. Let me read the comments. I've been ignoring the comments for a second. Let's see. You like it with the shines? Okay. Maybe red highlights in the eye can return some of the creepiness to it. Ooh, yeah. That'd be interesting. Characters are meant to be cute, but then they were kind of turned creepy. Let me try... I like the red eye shine idea, but I kind of want to make it subtle if I do that. So let's try... Or not eye shine, but like in the centers of the pupils, it can be like red. But turn the opacity down so it's not so obvious, maybe. Ooh, too big. Small. Small and creepy. Like that's the real pupil, you know? But then turn down the intensity. So it's just visible. Like, well, what you guys see is a little bit different than what I see, so let me make sure it's still visible to you. Like that. Maybe a little bit brighter in the dead center. Oops. It's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Not the eraser. Just one more layer on top. One more. Just one more layer. I kind of like that. It's a little overly detailed, but I think that makes it a little creepy as well. What do y'all think? Or is that too much? Is that overworking it? That's better for the eyes? Is that, you mean the eye shine or the little reds? Because the red is kind of creepy. I don't know. What do we all think? I'm going to leave it so you guys can see it. The rust I'm just going to deal with the way it is. Because I think it looks kind of neat. And now we're going to go in and do these wires. So I wanted to find the arm layer. I'm going to erase the little teeny weeny wire I did right here last stream. And I'm going to worry about these extra wires on a new layer later. But for now I want to make all the arms look like this, basically. Where there's lots of little tiny things. And then maybe add some extra, like, shine. And different metal colors. Make it extra shiny. Like, add a really bright white highlight in the middle of some of them. Make it really detailed. Without actually doing high detail. But zoomed out, it looks like there's a lot going on in there. See what it looks like when I remove the right... yeah, that's a good call. Let's try it. I can always bring it back without the white shines. What do we think of that? I think that's pretty good. Both the eye shines and the red dots for the creepy and cute theme. So what do we think? I'm going to leave it like this for a few seconds so we can marinate on it. with the reds, and then with the shines on top. What are we feeling? Keep the eye shines. I like the red. I'm keeping the red, I think, because I like that idea a lot. But I'm on the fence about the eye shines. Nope, 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 nope. Too creepy without the eye shines. Yeah, what if I was making a horror picture disguised as a little... That's the vibe, is, you know... I'm making a horror picture, but I'm putting a veneer of cute on it. Bring the white back? Okay, okay, okay. Heard, loud and clear. The white is back. It's here to stay. Maybe it's like 10% too creepy without the highlights. Okay, both highlights. Got it. Heard you. Thank y'all for your feedback as well. All right. Doing the same kind of treatment on these arms. I want to keep the same wires running through, so like green is running through this part of the arm. I don't know what these wires mean, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna keep this red one flowing through like veins, and still in that very simple little golden book style where it's just shapes. But when you zoom out, I think it looks unsettling to have lots of little tiny details in an otherwise very simple design. That would creep me out. And the wires don't have to match one to one. I'm just trying to get a variety of textures in. Let's do some little tiny white highlights throughout. Maybe here and here. Get this overlapping this one as well, and maybe a little bit brighter on the red to highlight that. Yeah, so you can still see like colors and pops of things in the wires, but it's not super obvious. 90% of your feedback is bad jokes. That's valuable commentary. Who's your favorite character from FNAF? You know what's funny is I don't know anything about FNAF really, but I do like I think Foxy's a really good character design. That's the fox's name, right? It's Foxy. And I thought the glam rock characters looked pretty cool too. All of them, the ones that I saw people do fan art of and stuff, they're pretty sweet. I like the 80s vibe. Hey, you want to hear a joke? Yeah, go for it. That's really sweet. Thank you for letting me know that. I love getting comments like that on my videos, like, oh, I was going through a really hard time and like your videos cheered me up and stuff like that. Because I feel like I'm just making them to make them. I don't make them with that kind of impact in mind, so it's really like, it's really special when something I made does have that kind of impact on someone. So thank you for letting me know that. That's really sweet. What do you call a banana mixed with a manager? You know, I'm going to let you cook on this one a little bit. I'll come back to it. Because you said, wait, I mean. I'll come back when it's fully cooked. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Creepy Girl, for letting me know that. That's really touching. Wait, you mean kangaroos? Alright. Rewind. Let me know the joke exactly. How it's meant to be said. A banana and kangaroos? Kangaroo and bananas? You like to rewatch Mascot Snapshot? I was just thinking about that series the other day, and I'm like, I can't like bear to rewatch them because like I'll notice everything that was wrong with those videos if I do, you know? But I know people like them because they still get views. It's like the only thing on my channel that gets views because I don't make like regular videos hardly ever anymore, which is fine. It's not something that's high on my priority list right now. Maybe I'll get back to it. But I was like, should I remake Mascot Snapshot? And I'm like, no, just, you gotta let them exist as what they are and what your video making capabilities were back in the pandemic, you know? Just leave them. People like them. I don't get any like negative comments on them really, so just leave them. You can always do better if you're constantly improving. You can just leave things be. People like them just the way they are. Like, I could do my whole Animal Crossing series and make it look so much better if I redid it, but I'm just gonna leave it be. Also because I don't want to redraw 400 plus characters right now. If anything, I would reboot the original 151 Pokemon if I was to take on another big thing. But also, I just don't have the heart for it right now. I just don't. Not that I don't. I'm in a good place emotionally, mentally. I don't have it in me to commit to a huge project like that right now. Maybe in the future. If I do a big series, it'll... Ooh, you know what I should do, though? Here's what I should do. And only like 5 people would watch because nobody else plays this but me. But I should do drawing all the Neopets. Like, all the pets as just a standard color, like red, green, yellow, blue. Because I love Neopets. Not as much traction as Animal Crossing or Pokemon or anything, but very near and dear to my heart. And I think there's only like 55 Neopets, so that's not a huge undertaking. Now, drawing all of them plus all of their colors, that would be like 800 or something. I'm not doing that. But like drawing an Aisha and a Loop and a Chia and a Lutari, like I could do that. Easy. It would only be me and the other millennials that still play like Neopets fan remakes like Grundos Cafe. What do you call a banana mixed with a kangaroo? I would guess a banaroo, like someone in chat did. I don't know. A bananaroo. That's my best guess. Apples to Apples is better than Cards Against Humanity. Every time. Absolutely correct. Yeah, perfectionism will absolutely get you. You're going to sit there wanting to redo everything or say, it's not good enough, my skill level's not good enough. You just got to make the stuff and move on. As not good as that feels sometimes, it does help to just make stuff and then put it out there and then move on to the next thing. Oh, I have a million started projects too. I have a list of things I want to draw that are in various stages of being done that'll probably never be done. It is how it is sometimes, but it's very good for your brain and your skills and your growth as an artist to just make things, put them out there, and then just call it done and not touch it again. Don't come back to it. It's very difficult to do, but it's good for you. What was I looking at? I wanted to fix... I think there was something wrong with the coloring of her legs here. I want to take a look at Chica FNAF. Because I think that, like, knee orange color is a placeholder color. No, it was orange. No, it's yellow. So, like, this upper thigh piece is yellow, but also this knee thing is supposed to be yellow. So I have to fix that. Where is the... Oh, it's right here. Beautiful. I'm going to fix that really quickly. Make it just a slightly darker shade of yellow so you can see it up against the other yellow. I knew something about this area was incorrect, but I wasn't certain what it was. Just add a little texture. Oh, that's not... Maybe it needs to be a little bit darker. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate to what Chica looks like anyway, so it can be a little darker. That looks pretty good. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. A bananaroo. Apples to Apples. So if you've ever heard of Cards Against Humanity, it's the same thing as that, but it's better because it's family friendly. So you have to, like, say somebody puts a card down and it's like, the funniest thing you did on your birthday. I don't know, I'm just making something up. I haven't played Apples to Apples in years. And then you have to use the cards you've been dealt to come up with a funny answer. And it's funnier when you have just all clean words because you can get more inventive with your kind of answers that you're putting together. Cards Against Humanity, they give you, like outrageous, already pre-made funny answers, so it's not funny. But Apples to Apples will give you words like apples or jump roping or whatever, so your combination of the words you put together is a little bit more inventive and creative than Cards Against Humanity, where it just kind of feeds you the answer, you know? Yeah, there's a good example in the chat. Yeah, there might be a Roblox version of it as well. But in general, I think it's more fun when you're allowed to use your imagination more. So, what was I looking at? Okay, so I did the wire arms. So what I want to do now, we're getting into final touches on Chica here, which is good because then I can get into some sketch requests. I want to do some wires sticking out. So what happened to the ref I was looking at of Stitch? Let's pull that up over here. So if you search animatronic Stitch Great Escape, you'll see what I'm seeing. And it's very creepy looking Stitch animatronic with no skin on him. And he's got wires sticking out of his head. So I'm going to take inspo from that. Because I like the shape of the wires I'm seeing. They're very like soft but also angular. So the big ones that are sticking out of his head are kind of like this shape. So I want to do something like that here. Maybe not make it quite so long, but I do want to make it obvious. And I'm going to lighten this color. It's not going to stay dark black like this. But I like that sticking out, because that's visibly something very wrong with the animatronic. I think that's interesting. Have one here, maybe have one on this side, or have two smaller ones on this side. I kind of like that. The idea of two smaller ones. Still noticeable, but small. Maybe this one should be just a smidge smaller as well, but still obvious. Maybe against the body. A little better like that. So that's something very blatantly wrong with the animatronic. And I'm going to recolor them. I'm going to make this one maybe a greenish gray. Maybe even a little bit lighter than that. Because I want it to be obvious, but I don't want it to necessarily be like the focal point of the picture. I think that pushes it back a bit. And these two I can make silver metallic like that. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do a bit silver there. I think that looks neat. And then maybe one other little one on the upper part of the arm here. Ooh, not that big. Something like this shape. And I had the little frayed ends before, but I don't know if it's necessary. I kind of like just the pieces of metal sticking out. I don't know if I like that shape. I just don't want to do the exact same shape 3 times, so maybe something like that. Because it clearly looks like something is wrong with her. Alright, now let's see the chat. Let's catch up. Yeah, apples to apples, it is mental warfare of like knowing exactly the people you're playing with. English isn't your first language? I couldn't tell, honestly. You seem fluent to me. I do not know a second language. I took Spanish classes for 6 years. Cannot hold a conversation in Spanish to this day. I can read menus at restaurants and I can read signs. So I can survive in a place where Spanish is the primary language, but that's about all. Alright, let me zoom out so everybody can get a good look at Chica here. I like where she is. I think all I want to do now at this stage is maybe add a highlight to the beak. Because that's looking a little flat. I just want to add like a simple highlight. Like maybe something triangle shaped and just like a little bit lighter. And then I want to fix, see this gray line here on the eyes? I want to fix that as well so it blends in a little better. Yeah, one time I was in Spain on a vacation and I had a very, very brief conversation with a small child in Spanish who was asking me where I was from because I was the only American that she and her father had seen. And I was basically like, at the time I lived in LA, so I was like, oh, Los Angeles. De donde está or whatever. You know, I let her know I lived in LA. And she was just like, oh, es bueno, you know, it's good. I said, no, Barcelona es mejor que Barcelona es mejor que. Barcelona is better. And that was like the extent of the conversation I could hold with like a 5-year-old child. So that's how bad my Spanish is. Don't know how to pronounce anything. Don't know how to string a sentence together. 6 years of education. Unbelievable. But she was, you know what? People in Spain were very excited that I was attempting to speak Spanish. They were very happy to like guide me through like sentences that I'm sure they learned how to say when they were 2 years old, you know? Spaniards were very, very kind and patient with me. It was cute. And almost everyone there speaks English anyway. They're excited to hear an American speak Spanish, or at least the people I talked to were. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody in Spain, but it was very cute. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna make this a solid color and then alpha lock it and fix it after. It's just driving me crazy how this is. This gray. And I don't know the right way to fix it, so I'm gonna do it the cheesy way here. Just to blend this all in nice and smooth. Give her some nostrils. Oh, true. You're right. Oh, does Chica have nostrils? I'm gonna look up ref. On the ones I'm seeing, she doesn't appear to have nostrils. It would be a creepy touch, but I do want to keep it, somewhat on model. It's not perfectly on model, but I don't see nostrils on Chica, so I'm gonna omit them. But that is an interesting call. You speak 3 languages and know a little Japanese? Sweet. 6 years of Japanese lessons done for nothing? Yep. We're in the same boat. Years and years of, learning another language and it never went anywhere for us. See, somebody's hogging all the languages. Creepy girl, you know too many languages. If you know one fewer language, maybe one of us would pick one up. I don't know. That is awesome, though. It's very impressive. Why is this not working? Oh, different color. What am I doing? Okay. I just want to blend this all together. That's better. And then blend this all. Oops. You know what's happening is this brush is ginormous and it's painting both areas at the same time. That's exactly what's happening. Blend that all in together a little better. That's better. Alright. Zoomed out, looks perfect. Can't even tell what's wrong with it. Is there any area where I think I want to do just a little bit of like a, not quite a rim light, but I guess it would be a rim light, huh? Just to help distinguish this shoulder from the head visually, because it's kind of blending in. Alright, that's alright. Yeah, I think that works. I don't think that needs a shadow or anything. Let me zoom out. Let me just give everybody the full view. How are we feeling about Chica? Let me put it on the screen and make sure everybody can see her. Like this. Beautiful. I once said to a Japanese grandma something. She started to speak fluent Japanese. I caught her saying, "See ya." To this day, I never saw her again, but she was precious. That's sweet. They're on the very tippy top of the nose. Ooh, okay. Good call. Let me look up. Tippy top of the nose. Let me zoom into what I'm looking at. Maybe that'll... Oh, you know what? You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Let me go add... Well, the shape I did is a little different than the official shape, which I think is fine because it's stylized. But let's try adding in some nostrils and see how we feel about that. I could always make them just a dark orange so they're not super in your face. Something like this. Ooh, looks creepy for me. Might veer into too creepy. I might omit them for style's sake, but I'll let you guys tell me how you feel about it. I don't want it jutting up against that highlight necessarily. Maybe make it a little smaller. Yeah, the shape of beak I did is much more simplified than the original. Let me alpha lock that and like tone down the color a little bit like that. So it's still dark enough to be a nostril, but how do we feel about that? Is that taking it too much into creepy category? Creepy territory? Yeah, I want it like creepy and cute, but more cute to the first glance. Like the first time you glance at it, you go, "Oh, cute chick. Oh, wait," you know, assuming you're a person who doesn't know anything about FNAF, right? Like my mother. If I showed my mother, I would want her to think cute chicken with a cupcake, and then she'd go like, "Wait, what's wrong with it?" Keep them, you like it? Creepy cute? Okay, we're voting to keep the nostrils. Alright. I want to fix the tilt of this one a little bit. Just tilt it a smidge more this way. We're gonna even flip the canvas horizontal, make sure everything looks good. Flip it. It looks alright. It looks alright. I don't see anything glaringly wrong with it, so I'm gonna say that's a success. I'm gonna put the pencil down. I'm gonna... Oh, the left half of my screen, it was just a zoomed in Chica eyeball. Just all the way zoomed in. There, I can see my stream now. Let me... You can see the full thing with her feet and everything on screen. Let me get everyone's consensus opinion on Miss Chica here. This would work as a holographic sticker or something. Yeah, that'd be cute. I should make more stickers. I actually have a single sticker for sale. If you buy it, you're probably not going to get it till November because I have it packed up with stuff that I have to move in a couple weeks. I have one sticker for sale on alyssaaaron.com, and it's of an Oreo cookie with wings on it, inspired by some old bed sheets that my cousin used to have that had little Oreos and clouds on them. And that's the only sticker I have. And I have like 150 of those, and nobody's ever bought one, not even my own mother. So if you do order one, just know that I will get it to you in the mail at some point, but it's packed up in a box right now. But I would like to make other stickers. The point of me saying that is I do want to get into a habit of making like maybe 1 to 2 sticker designs a month and rolling those out and talking about them and promoting them until I have like a nice fat inventory of like 10 to 12 different sticker designs, and then just go crazy advertising those. Alright, looks good. Alright, everybody likes Chica? Everybody likes Chica? So point is, maybe I'll do a Chica sticker. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to do copyrighted characters for stickers, but I think most fan art kind of gets a pass anyway. I've sold plenty of fan art, so. Alright. We're going to move on from Miss Chica, and we're going to go straight into spooky sketch requests. Wrong canvas size. Let's do that 10 by 10 square. Alright. Got that black dry ink brush. Make it gray so we can sketch with it. Make it a good size so I'm ready to rock. Alright, and now I need to pull up the list, and I'm going to pull up the random picker thing. Random list picker. Alright. Anybody want to add anything to the list before I spin? See, I need a lot of stickers. Yeah, I definitely want to add variety. Short guy. I will add those characters to the regular list. However, I'm only doing spooky stuff right now. But I could do like Stitch as his little vampire self, so maybe I'll add that to the list. Where he's dressed in that little vampire costume in the post Lilo and Stitch credits, you know? Stitch vampire. So I'm going to add that, but I'm also going to add to the regular list Lilo Stitch and King Owl House. Added to the regular list. I'm going to roll the spooky list right now. So drum roll. What do we got? What do we got? Twyla. Okay, that's Monster High, right? Alright, let's look up Miss Twyla. And we're just doing rough sketches. Any of these sketches that I think look cool, I can do finished art of in November or off stream or something, but I just want to get through a few sketches because I want to make sure everybody sees a nice variety of stuff this evening. Alright, so let's pull up some ref. Miss Twyla. Let's get the actual doll image. And then let's get from like the animated show, because that's going to be a simpler character design, isn't it? Twyla animated. Because in the show she's like cute and has a little book or whatever it looks like. Is there a full body picture of this gal? This monster gal. You know, I'm just gonna base it off how the doll looks. I'm basing it off how the doll looks and how my interpretation of how the doll image I've just pulled up from Amazon looks. And if you'd want to see my adaptation on maybe the TV show one, maybe that'll look different another time, but I'm rolling with the doll. There are a few variations. Yeah, I saw that somebody said like G3 in one of the reference pictures. So let me just get an idea. Let me just sketch a gal's head and body and go from there. She's got a nice big doll head. I typically don't like drawing people, but dolls are so exaggerated that they're kind of like not people, you know? I'm just trying to get a feel for what kind of proportions and pose. I like her little like little rabbit purse thing. Is there a generation of her I should look up, do you think? That's like the cutest. A Flutterbat from My Little Pony. Okay, yeah, I can add that to the list. Flutterbat. MLP. Added to the list. Let me remove Twyla so I don't roll her again when I spin this. Let's see, if the shoulders are going like this, then we want the waist to go like this, right? Or vice versa. I want to draw her with big stompy shoes. I think that's the thing with these girls is they have giant shoes, right? Just absolutely enormous stompy shoes. We'll figure out the pose in a second. I'm just trying to get a feel here. It's going to be real rough for a second. It's got a swishy multi-tier skirt like this. And I kind of don't want the hand on the hip. I think that's like less doll-like and more sassy. She has this nice elegant hand out to the side. Like that, you know? And hair down to here. Nice chunky bangs. Giant eyes. Giant eyes, giant boots. I think that's the move. And what's her personality like? Is she more like shy and reserved? She was holding a book very shyly in some of the pictures I saw. So that's the vibe I'm getting from like Google Images. Is she's like sweet and shy, perhaps? This image on Amazon is so small, but it looks like she's got chunky like spider shaped earrings. Let me know if any of this is incorrect. I'm really just getting a vibe first before I solidify anything. Giant eyelashes. Let's see. Doesn't need to be accurate. Cool, cool, cool. Personality is shy. Okay. So maybe we have like one arm out to the side and maybe this arm can have her like, I like the backpack she's got. And maybe a cool little book here. What do you think? Let me look up girl holding book. Stock photos. Girl holding book underarm. Let's get a quick vibe. Not in a way that like a girl going to class is wearing holding a book. I have something in mind. This isn't bad though. This like fist like this, arm like that. Maybe like 2 books stacked up. This is a really messy sketch. I'm so sorry. I'll make it more legible in the next pass. It's going to be a little messy for a second while I figure this out. Yeah, 2 books kind of like so. Alright, and then this one, the pages can be facing. And then this one, this can be the spine, so it's just a little bit interesting. And I don't want to cover up too much of her outfit, because that's the fun of the girls, is the outfit. So maybe like this, a little bit more pulled away from the body, so I can show off more of the cool outfit. So let's go back to the doll picture. I don't know a lot about Monster High either, I just know they're cute dolls that also have TV shows. Yeah, it's true, my sketches all start out messy like this. Looks like she has cute little gloves that have like ruffles on them. The image I'm looking at from Amazon is unbelievably low res, so if I get any of this wrong, just holler. I might do the Disney princess thing where she only has 3 fingers. I don't know why I just drew that shape. Because I don't know if the Monster High dolls or if Barbie dolls have 3 or 4 fingers. But I might just cheat it and do the Barbie 3-finger thing to keep it simpler. That's kind of a jacked hand, but we can come back to that. Getting lost in the sauce. Alright. Let's figure out this hair shape. It's got like a middle part from the crown and then up. Like that. The feet, she looks off balance, so I want to use my favorite little rule that I can't remember where I learned it from, somewhere on Twitter. That said, like, if you can't draw a straight line down from the chin to the heel of the foot, it's going to look off balance. See, the problem is there's no heel of the foot here, so we're going to move. We're going to tilt these legs and work with it until we can get a pose that... Alright, that already looks more on balance. And you know why? Because there's a heel right here. So we're going to put a heel right underneath. Like a solid heel there. Now she looks like she's not going to fall over. Magic. I can't remember where I learned that tip from. I think just a random post on Twitter, but it has saved me from many a character looking like they're going to keel over. And it looks like a cute little like puffy purple sweater. Like a little bit oversized, but nice and fitted around the arms. That's cute. And her hair is very long and luxurious. We're going to even exaggerate it and make it go like down to her butt, even though it's not quite that long on the doll. But I think it looks cuter. It's got nice big curls. Make it go like here, perhaps. Swishy skirt. What time is it? 8:36. Alright. I want to make sure I get to a couple ideas tonight as well. Don't want to rush, but also don't want to get lost in the weeds, and that's my fault if I do. I kind of want to add the doll joint on the knee, because I think that's a cute touch. And then she's got like these tattoo things going all the way up her leg, but we'll deal with that later. I want to get the shape of everything right, so... These shoes, it's like 4 straps around her ankles. And then down into this kind of shape for the toe. And a nice chunky platform bottom, it looks like. Maybe even higher in the back and then lower in the front, like so. It's hard to tell all angles of the shoes, but I could probably look up rough. If I get more into this, so... Get comfy again. Wasn't there a show of Monster High? Yes. Hi, me again. Hello, hello. Thank you for the art tick. Yeah, it does. It's such a little thing, but it really, really helps if you feel like your characters are falling over or not grounded in space. Draw a line from the chin down to the heel. Works. It works a treat. Especially if you use Procreate. If you draw a line and you put one finger on the canvas, it'll straighten it and snap to a perfectly straight line. So if you think your line's straight, it's probably not. Oop, there, see how much it corrected? Don't know what that looks like in other apps necessarily, but in Procreate you just would draw the line, keep it on the screen, and then push down with one finger, and it'll completely straighten it out. Similarly, shapes like a triangle will straighten out, or a circle will straighten out. It won't make it a perfect circle necessarily, but it'll even it out. So before, after. So fun little Procreate tip for any Procreate users in the chat. It'll also do diagonal lines as well. It'll snap to a perfect 45. That's very useful. Alright, Twyla. I'm gonna look up her shoes. Monster High shoes. So I want to make sure I'm getting them right. She has all kinds of shoes, it looks like, but these are the ones I want. Creep Over Party. Okay. So that's the one I'm drawing, is the Creep Over Party. Ooh, these shoes are interesting. They have like a spider texture on them and like a little window at the bottom. That's cool. Like a little haunted house window. So let's get these shoes right. I think I have an okay base to start with. I'm going to make this hand a little smaller. A little more doll-like. Make this hand a little bit smaller. We want big feet, big oversized sweater, big eyes, big hair. And I wanted to add the bow shape as well. It's like off the shoulder top. And then a big belt, which the belt looks like a medieval door knocker or something from... Is that what it is? I'm gonna Google this right now. Creep Over Party Twyla. Party Twyla. Sweater. Show it to me. Is this a better image? Okay, that's a better image. This one from eBay is like way better than whatever I was looking at. Holy cow. Is it? No. If I zoom in, it's just barely higher res. I want to see what's going on with the door knocker thing in the middle of her sweater. That's a better picture. Here we go. Thank you, high-res image uploader. Yeah, it's like a little bunny with like a gothic door knocker thing. Interesting. It's like a little bunny head. And you won't be able to say too much detail anyhow, but... It's like a door knocker here. That's what it looked like. It was just hard to tell in the 200 by 200 pixel image I had open as rough. And then some squiggly lines here. And then there's also squiggly lines on the sweater, but I'm going to highly simplify it as I do. And the skirt has spider webs on it. I'm just going to make a note to myself here. Whatever. Spiderweb design. And she also has the same like swirly design on her arms that she has on her legs, it looks like. Alright. And spider earrings. Okay. I think I have an okay base. I'm gonna refine it on top and that'll be our finished sketch. And then I can always come back to this if I wanna, you know, doll her up more. Ooh. What is on top of her head? It looks like a giant spider. But ooh, this is cute. I like the sleepover mask she has. That's really cute. this like mask that she has. It makes her less spooky and more cute, but like, I love that. Alright, we're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna do just standard Dolly girl. And we're gonna make her look purty. We might even do a third layer of sketch on top. You are going to a drawing sketching event in a couple weeks. I'm really excited. It might finally... Yeah, absolutely. You might make new friends. And you're going to learn a lot about art doing that kind of stuff. So that's awesome. Yeah, her design is all around nightmares. It's cool. I like the gothic door knocker sweater thing. Love that stuff. All right. Let's do the bangs. Yeah, I might take this one and just refine it too. Just like clean up the edges. I'm not going to do color or anything like that. Maybe a layer of grayscale. Just to add a little dimension to the hair for tonight. Like that. Yeah, I think I'll add a few gray stripes. Sorry if I bumped the mic and made a noise. I think I'll add a few gray stripes underneath to like add some of that dimension. Because I think that'll be important to make her look like her without color. Do a cute little doll face like this. Ear like this. We're going to do a big blobby spider earring. Looks like little pincers in front. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, this is his little mouth in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Had to count how many legs a spider had. Every week I say my brain's not here, but when will it be here? I had to think about how many legs a spider has. And they're nice and big and they look very jelly-like. I think these earrings look very like... They'd have the texture of like a gummy toy or something, like a jelly sticky hand or something. Nice neck, elegant and long like this. Shoulder like so. Off the shoulder top, wrapping around. And there's like a thicker turquoise sleeve here. Elbow there. Elbow here. Is this arm too long? Let's see. Yeah, that arm's too long. I think the arm should come to like halfway up the thigh. So we're gonna actually edit this really quick. Bring that arm in a little, because that's a long, long arm. Let's see. That's about right. That's better. That's better. It's still kind of long, but like we can live with that. All right. She had like an orangutan arm for a minute there. And similarly, this arm needs to be smaller. More dolly-like. All right. Like that, and then 2 big books. Something like that. Listen, I'm no master of human anatomy, but I even knew that arm was too long. Alright, that looks a bit better to me. Back to this layer. I always mess up stuff like that, by the way. That's why I don't do too many people. I always mess up stuff like that. Alright, what did I miss in chat? My brain not braining. That's true. She's a boogie monster. Add the figure from Roblox stores. Yeah, sure. I'll add that. Is that a horror thing or a regular thing? Because I'll add it to, for now, I'll add it to the horror list. What did you say? Oh, figure from Roblox stores. I don't know what that is, but sure. She's a boogie monster. She's a very cute character. She looks like something that my sister would have been into, though I think this was a little past my sister's time as well. Maybe not. My sister's only 2 years younger than me, but she was very into Bratz dolls. And this is just like cooler Bratz. Because they're like monsters. And not just girls with a passion for fashion. Though there's nothing wrong with that either. I just think it's cooler to be a monster, you know? I think that's more interesting. But this might have been after my sister's time as well. She was the one with the passion for fashion. And still is. She buys so many clothes. Oh my god. She can make a killing reselling her stuff on Depop, I keep telling her. Or Poshmark or something, I don't know. Wherever the people will be selling their clothes now. eBay. You like Bratz? Yeah, they're cute. They're really cute designs. They had haters back in the day, but I was not one. I like the giant doll heads and the giant eyes. I think they're really cute. And my sister was into Bratz, and she liked horse toys, like toys of plastic horses. She collected a bunch of those. And pound puppies, if anybody is old and remembers pound puppies. Or like, I don't even know if they were pound puppies. We had a blanket of like, that had like pound puppies on it too. But there were these little plastic dogs that would come with little toy bones or candy bones in the package. Little plastic, like, this one's a basset hound, this one's a chihuahua, of like every dog breed ever. And she'd collect all those. And the candy bones were very good. They tasted like the Fun Dip sticks with no flavor, but they were very good. It was just candy chalk, but it was a good chalk, you know? Alright. I'm gonna do the skirt next. Like this, and then wiggle wiggle like that. Do a similar wiggle for the trim. You remember Pound Puppies? Yeah, it was cute. You had the big nose dog. Which one's that? We had Clifford the big red dog, but I don't think that's who you're talking about. Or you mean the like the Pound Puppy with like the accordion nose? What was his name? Man, this is such a throwback. Pound Puppy. Oh, and you know what I just noticed in my webcam is like my face looks so scary because it's like, to me it looks it looks messed up because the lighting is so intense here. That looks so much better. Oh my gosh. And since I'm just drawing black and white, I'm gonna leave it like this. That looks so... Oh, with the white, it's still whatever. But I'm gonna lower it a little bit more for my sanity. There we go. I don't think it changes anything on your end. No, it still looks black and white. That looks so much better. I should leave it like this all the time. Unfortunately, when I'm doing color, I need it to be accurate. But for now, it looks good. Let's see, the dog was mainly about the dogs and Pound helping puppies. Yeah. What was I thinking of? Pound Puppy Dog 80s. Because there was the original ones that... I had a stuffed one that had a very long, wrinkly nose. Vintage 1985 Pound Puppy? Yeah. I had one of those. He had like a wrinkly, like, top of his head was wrinkly, like, what was it with wrinkly stuff? Like Elf and E.T. and like the 80s, they thought the wrinkly stuff was really, really cute, I guess. Like the top of his head and his neck was like wrinkled up. Weird. Anyway, back to my gal here. Look up the dog for oh, the dog. Yep, I'm familiar with the dog. Yeah, we had McDonald's toys that were based on the dog for a minute. That was weird. And her glove is not wrinkly, as I've discovered. It has like, or not roughly, I was thinking wrinkles from the dog. Roughly, it has like a bracelet on top. Let me zoom in to this bracelet situation. I'm not going to get super detailed with it, but I want to get the shapes right. So it's like two circle bands on top of each other like so. And then like this crystal thing on top. Something like that. That looks better than the ruffle anyhow. We'll put the fingers here. And we're not going to get caught up on whether that hand looks good or bad or not, because that'll keep me here for an hour. I just want to make sure the fingers aren't square looking. I want them to be a little more delicate than that. A little more dolly. A little more Disney princessy. A little bit smoother and tapered. Alright, that looks okay zoomed out. And now I need to make the line thicker on the outside so it matches everything else in terms of line thickness and quality. I'm going to bring the hair down here anyway. Because I think it looks cool when it's extra long. Something like, not like that. This. Okay, that looks alright. Let's see, they also had rivals called the Kennel Kittens, which are cats that do the same thing but with cats. Yeah, the thumb looks a little off, huh? Yeah. It's like too pointy at the end. It's like sticking out a little much. Let's rotate it a smidge. Without staring at reference, I'm not the best at like winging hands unless it's like cartoon glove hands or big old paws or something. So my apologies there. Not my strong suit. You can tell what I spend the most of my time drawing is like inanimate objects with cartoon glove hands. I can wing those, but semi-realistic hands, that, you know, it's tougher. For me, that's where I struggle. Should I spend more time doing life drawings of hands? Absolutely. Am I going to anytime soon? Probably not. I know myself. But lots to improve. This hand is roughly the same size. We're simplifying it like that and not getting lost in what the fingers look like. Just so long as... Oof. Hold on. Think about this for a second here. Tilt this arm this way. Yup. That's a little bit better. So if we imagine the elbow here and the... Okay, we're gonna tilt that way up then. Fix this. See, these are things I should have worked out on the first layer, but I did not. We're gonna cheat it a little bit. That looks alright. That looks alright. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know? And I get to show off more of the bunny here. That looks cute. Okay. And then I have to change the way the books sit in the arm. Maybe it's just one book now, so it's not taking up the entire torso. Maybe it's one book under the arm, like this. Let me think about this. We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. Oh yeah, we're saving it. We're saving it. This is what I get for working quickly and not looking at reference. Kids, don't be like me. Of like human reference of like how arms work, you know. I did look up that one picture of how to hold books and then closed it as soon as I thought I knew what I was doing. Big mistake. There, that looks a bit better. Okay, and I think she's reading some kind of like spellcasting book or something in the picture. Intro to something. I can't read the front cover. Intro to Humans, perhaps. But we're going to simplify it. We're just going to put like some kind of fancy border on it, you know? So it looks like this kind of shape. We don't need to put all that text on it. Alright. I want to save the eyes for last because I know I'm going to have fun doing that. The most fun doing that. I'm going to put the joint here. And then we're going to look at these shoes because I had that pulled up as a ref a second ago. Here we go. Perfect. Show me those shoes. Zoomed in. Thank you. Can I add the killer rabbit from Minecraft? Yeah, added. Rabbit Minecraft. The bracelet has beads that Twyla counts to calm herself. She has autism, so loud noises and bright lights are a big no-no. Interesting. You like the drawing. Thank you. Intro to talismans. Talismans. That makes more sense. I was like trying to figure out what she could be reading about. Intro to talismans. That makes more sense than Intro to Humans, huh? Just the picture I was looking at, it was cut off right there, so it was hard to tell. Alright, and we're going to take a detour into the shoes briefly, because I want to figure out their structure here real quick. So it's like a solid back. It goes down to this nice chunky platform. And I'm going to exaggerate the curve of the platform on like... Let's see. So this one would be going in like that. And this one would be more straight because it's like the outside shoe. It wouldn't be curved, but this one would be curved, I think. So I'm going to exaggerate that a smidge. And then it's like 4 big straps all the way around. 1, 2. I'm going to make room for a couple more up here. 3, 4, like so. And it looks like one big thing that comes in the back. And then it's like one chunk here. And then like that. And nice and curvy down into this part of the foot. That looks about right. I don't know why my mouth and throat are so dry. I've had a bunch of water right before the stream. I'm just realizing it now. I'm like, oh geez. I have water somewhere across the room, but I don't feel like grabbing it. You're gonna go because you have lunch before? Okay. Alright, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. And then she's got like these cool little windows on her shoes. Like that. And then spider webs. It's like a crocodile pattern, like a crocodile skin, but with spider, which I think is really cool. And it's like just 2 segments of spider web. Here, 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 here. Maybe it's just, yeah, it's 2. Like that. Okay. I think I got the gist. And then I will cheat a little bit, but I'm going to modify it. Copy and paste for the second shoe, but first I want to change the bottom of it so it's not in, it's going to be like out. It looks like both the inside and outside have the little window thing, so I'm going to keep that. And then I want to tilt this part so it actually matches the angle of the ankle here. And then scooch this over a bit. Really kind of runs down into the shoe like that. there. I think that looks more or less correct. It's like the back here is like a thicker part. It runs into this, and then these come off of it. Oops, smudge down. So something like that. Alright, that looks good. So I'm going to go back to this layer, lower the opacity a smidge. It's 4 a.m. but you're hooked. Well, this one will be done in no time, so if you do need to go to sleep, no worries. Man, I thought I was going to get... I'm going to get one more sketch done after this. I'm going to finish this one, and I'm going to get one more done. It might have to be a quickie, though. Because I do have to call my mother. I said 10, but ideally before 10, so... I'm going to do one more. And then next week, it's going to be a sketch extravaganza. I'm going to be knocking out as many as I possibly can, and I'll be going for like 3 hours next week. Start at maybe 7 Eastern, go till 10, 10:30. So that'll be fun. Thing is, it'll be either Thursday or Sunday, because I do have Halloween party plans on that Friday and Saturday. So I'll figure it out. I'm going to play it by ear. Perhaps Sunday, because that's one day closer to Halloween. So the current plan will be Sunday. I don't think I have any other plans. No, I do have something I gotta do Wednesday, so maybe Sunday would be best. Maybe I just stream on the day of Halloween. Maybe I just do that. Maybe I just do like a super long stream on Halloween Day, because I'm not doing anything on Halloween Day. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And it's just oops all sketches all day Halloween. That'd be kind of fun, actually. Maybe I'll get some candy, some treats. I'll put on spooky makeup. Get some spooky music playing instead of the same royalty-free Animal Crossing. I'll get like royalty-free Halloween music. It'll just be the Monster Mash for 3.5 hours, you know? I don't think that's even royalty-free. We'll see, we'll see. But something close to Halloween, where I sit and do nothing but spooky sketches. Because I'd like to get through, not the entire list, but a chunk of it, you know? I think that'd be fun. Yes, long stream. Let me see, what day of the week is Halloween? It's in 2 Thursdays. I could probably do that. I could do maybe a Thursday, Friday, so it's like Halloween and then the day after Halloween. So I skip next week because I got actual plans for Halloween party, and then actually day of Halloween, and then November 1st I do streams both days. That could work. Just do 2-3 hour streams. I think that would work just well, just swimmingly. Or maybe just one really long one early in the day. I don't know. But something on or before or around Halloween. The Monster Mash is a bop. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, and then she has these like swirly things on her legs, but I'll come back to that. I want to do spider webs on her skirt. So it's like, I'll just do a couple web shapes here. Ooh. Like that. And it looks like she has little spiders in there too. I'm just gonna draw little baby spiders. Zoomed out, you can't even see what they are, but in my heart, they're there. I'm trying not to get bogged down into too many details, but I do think it's important to have some texture on the skirt that looks spider webby, because that just makes the character look like herself, I think. Yeah, there's some spider webbage happening here. And we're going to do some swirly things on the sweater, simplifying how they look, of course. I think that looks pretty cute. And then there would be a little bit of sleeve over here that I was forgetting. A little bit of that turquoise sleeve. I'll just wrap it around the arm. Looks cozier that way. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And the face. This is the fun part. So we get to do these cute little lips. I think I want to do the Kim Possible thing with like Shigo, where it's like a dark upper lip to simplify it, like solid black. And then this one is like, I'll shade it with gray to make it like filled in with lipstick. And then her nose, let's take a look at what the nose situation is. She's got this cute, it's not perfectly like that. It's like rounded at the bottom a little bit. Like a round square shape. Very cute. I'm simplifying, of course, but something like that. And then last but not least, the big eyes. This is the fun part. Let me really get these big, big eyelashes. Big, bold, in your face cat eye. And she's got fluffier lashes on top. Her eyelid. I'm going to put some dark gray in there to suggest, or maybe I'll use a shade of purple or something. Ooh. We're going to have the cat eye overlap the hair because it's that in your face. And she's got some lower lashes I'll do on the other eye as well. Big dolly eye. Fluttery, fluttery lashes. Let's get these lower lash line lashes in. Cute. Yeah, this is still a quick sketch, but I want it to look good, you know? Because I think this character's cute. My pleasure. Do you have your own original characters? Maybe draw this in your style. I don't have any OCs, really. I used to back in the day, old cartoon mouse and whatever, but I'll have to invent a character just for the stream. I was thinking of doing like some kind of cartoony, like super simplified version of myself, but like different. I don't know in what way. I'll have to brainstorm it. Like maybe just a very simpler, like Moomin shaped cartoon of me. I don't know. I get inspired. I see artists on Twitter that their avatars are them, but it's like these little simple little creatures more than like a cartoon person. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a little character. It's not quite human, not quite an animal. It's just like this cute little representation of themselves. Very cute. We're going to do an eye shine on top because it's looking a little funky without it. And then we're going to do some gray. Ooh. We're going to do gray for the whole head of hair. I'm going to highlight it with the eraser tool, just to give a little depth to the sketch. Sorry, I'm going silent for a minute. I'm concentrating. And then sorry to whoever the next sketch is, because it's going to be a real quick one. It's already 9:12. I was trying to get off at 9:30. This is nobody's fault but my own, by the way. I just get lost in the sauce of whatever I'm doing and want it to look cute, you know? But longer stream next time. Whenever next time is. Let's shoot for Halloween, perhaps. During the day I have no plans. I think at night I'm gonna go out and see who be trick-or-treating and look at the decor and stuff, you know? But daytime I got nothing going on. Might as well. Or like I said, maybe next Sunday. I'll figure it out. Okay. Alpha lock that. Maybe just take white on a brush. Ooh. Make a little highlight like that. And give her a little highlight. Like, she has big stripes of highlight. So something like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but gives the idea of there being bands of color in her hair, you know? Your cat fell asleep on you? Aw. I schedule my stream the day I'm going to do it, but I should post on Twitter or something. I need to get better at social media in general. I'm so, like, I used to be on top of it when I used to make YouTube videos. Like, I'd advertise I was going to post a video, like, a day or two before it came out. I'd promote it after. But long story short, I do schedule my streams, like, the day of. So you should get a notification on your feed that, like, oh, I'll be live in like 5 hours or something. But next weekend I'll figure out if I want to stream Sunday or not and let y'all know on my Twitter and schedule it on YouTube Saturday morning before I have to do Halloween party stuff. Because I'll be at a friend's partying it up over there in the evening. Gotta help set up on Friday. So that's why I'm not streaming next Friday. I gotta go help set up Halloween party stuff with my buddy. That looks cuter than I thought it would. After I got rid of that sketch layer. Honestly, I'm impressed. I'm gonna add just a layer of light shading. Like grayscale shading. Like here. Like here, just to make it look a little different than the other bits. A little bit of lipstick, a little bit of eyeshadow, a little bit of shadow from the bang, a little bit of color in the iris, a little bit of darker color in the iris at the top. It ain't perfect, but it's pretty good effort for like an hour or so, right? Considering I don't know anything about these characters. I don't think it's bad at all. Color that in. Then I just want a darker gray on the boot. Right there around the window so you get that light coming through the boot. And I could do always a nicer version of this, but I do want to move on to one more sketch. I think that's pretty good for the time that was spent on it. What do we think? Let me make sure she's full and visible on the screen. Alright, here we go. Twyla looks great. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave her on screen to marinate for a few seconds while I get the list randomizer thing back out and close all these ref images I opened. I have like 10 images. Oh, I didn't do the little things on her feet. I'm going to do that really quick. It's just like these little spiral things. I'm going to simplify. Watch me knock this out in like 2 seconds. Ooh, before I close this tab. We're just gonna do two, it's like this, right? And she also has it on her arms, but I ain't doing all that. The legs is all you're getting. So I think it's pretty good. Alright. Now she's done. Cool, cool, cool. Now let me get that list randomizer out before I notice anything else I want to add. Alright. Pick a random item. Drum roll for anyone who's still here. What am I doing? What am I doing in like 20 minutes or less? Pumpkaboo. That's a perfect one. That's a perfect choice. So whoever suggested Pumpkaboo. That is a cute and simple design. Beautiful. That is an absolutely perfect thing to get done in under 20 minutes. So let's open up this ref. Got the hiccups all of a sudden. Held it back in. Let's do another 10 by 10 canvas. Usually I do it all in one caps. Alright, Pumpkaboo. I can get real funky with it because it's a very simple design, so I can really push and exaggerate these shapes. So I'm going to make a nice wide pumpkin with stubby little feeties. Wide apart circle eyes. And this could be one I could finish off stream too and have some more hashtag content to post for Halloween. You know? I send lots of hearts. Thank you so much for all the hearts. I saw them float on the corner of my screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the kind words and for tuning in and suggesting such a cute character and for all the hearts. So thank you so much. We're going to do this cat-like head here. Make this a little bit smaller and tilted like that. I kind of like the idea of it like running towards you, like tilted like this, with one little leggy on the ground and one above the ground, like that. Kind of like this. Little oval eyes like that. Cute little mouth. Little teeth. His big old like pumpkin stem quail shaped thing up here. This would be a very easy one to finish off stream actually. I can already like picture how I do it. Like might get a start on it tonight by just blocking out the shapes. I don't know, I'm kind of cruising through this. I didn't think I'd have time, but kind of cruising through Pumpkaboo here. And then this last one is a little more tentacly. This last, we're gonna squish and distort this as well. Squish, squish, like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Sorry if I got quiet there. Focus. I have to remind myself I have music playing too, so it's not a big deal if I don't talk the entire stream. That's a pretty good start, I'd have to say. This line should overlap. This line should overlap. And get rid of this. And this should all be one continuous smooth shape. From like ear horn shape to ear horn shape. But I kind of like the mix of straights against curves. That's something I've been trying to do more conscientiously in my stuff. Have more interesting shapes in general. I think that's pretty cute so far, I'm gonna be honest. I might even... I said I wasn't gonna. I'm gonna block out some shapes. This will be when I finish off stream in my own time. I'm just gonna, you know, just block out a shape. Since I'm getting off here anyways, I might as well make some progress on Pumpkaboo. See, this is why I can't make promises about whether I'm gonna finish something or not, because I just really like the way this is looking. And I can already see it with the stickman tool with all the different shades of orange. It's gonna look so cute. Wish you the best. My name is Alyssa. My middle name is Erin. So either one's fine. You can call me whatever you like. Doesn't bother me either way. I appreciate it. Alyssa Erin or Alyssa Erin. Totally fine by me. Thank you for all the kind words. And if you had never told me English was not your first language, I would have never thought otherwise. You speak very well. Let's do yellow for the eyes. Make them not a perfect circle. Yeah, I think at 9:30 Eastern I'm gonna call it. So just a few minutes to wind down with Pumpkaboo here. It's turned out well, I think. Technically finished 2 pieces and finished a sketch that came out really cute, and then well on my way to another finished piece here with Pumpkaboo. I think pretty productive for just under 2 hours. I get so much more done on stream than I do when I do freelance stuff outside the stream. You have no idea, because this is so much more fun. I get a couple orders and the clients want updates within 3 days, and I think, oh my gosh, I can't do that. Here I am knocking out like 4 pieces in 2 hours effortlessly. It's so much more fun. Sometimes I get a fun client job. That's what it's all about, but mostly doing stuff for stream, for YouTube, that's where the fun is. Cute stuff like this. This is where the joy is. That's why I like that it's kind of short bursts, like 2-3 hours of just having fun. And I get a lot done in those 2-3 hours. Tell you what. I'm just like tearing through this Pumpkaboo. I'm gonna erase and make these shapes a little bit more interesting once I get them blocked in, I think, with my last few minutes. Thank you. Hope to come back more. Really want to see when you'll have a stream mascot, like you said, in the Moomin style or something. Yeah. I'll think up something. I want to do some kind of little like artist character that it's clearly me, but it's also kind of just a little creature. I don't know. I'll think up something. I'll brainstorm. Maybe I'll doodle it on a stream in November when Halloween and spooky season is up, and I'll need some ideas of something, But I look forward to what everybody's feedback is. Maybe a cute little cartoon animal bunny with a paintbrush or something. Even though I draw with this, an Apple Pencil, it doesn't look as cute in a cartoon to draw that as like a paintbrush, But maybe that could be part of the challenge, is making the Apple Pencil look cute and stylish. Alright, I want to take the eraser and really... Ooh, wrong brush. Let's do the dry ink. Carve that out. You fell asleep. It's 4:38. Yeah, I'm about to get off here in a few minutes anyway. So let me just wrap up with I've blocked out the shapes of a pumpkaboo here. I'm going to leave him up here for you to see. And I'm going to do a recap of what I did tonight. So started on pumpkaboo. Already started blocking in the shapes. Be a dragon, join dragon. Yeah, you never know. I could be a little dragon. We got pumpkaboo. We got Twyla, a pretty nearly finished sketch, if I do say so myself. Pretty happy with this one, actually. Then we did Chica. Finished Chica. Maybe you want to brighten the background. You know, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to look at it tomorrow and decide if I want a pure white background or not. And then Hoodwink, which I think came out very well as well. So, pretty good stream for about 2 hours. Yeah, I could be a little Figment like Dragon, huh? So I think that's been a pretty good batch of things done for about 2 hours. And I made this mistake last time where I said like goodbye, peace out, and then I ended the stream. And then I watched it back and it ended before I said that. So I have to remember to do my little peace sign and hold it for like 10 seconds until I see myself on the screen and then hit end. I'm learning as I go, okay? And Fwenchfly, another cute dragon, of course. So I'm going to say peace and goodbye and hold it until I see it on the actual stream. And then I'll say goodnight. That way it doesn't leave you hanging with like, I don't know. It was just so awkward last time. I was just in the middle of sentence, stream cut off. So I'm going to wait until I can see myself on the stream doing the peace sign. I see a bye-bye in the chat. I must be on... Okay, whatever. I'm going to hold it for 10 more seconds. Peace out, everyone. Have a great night, and I will see you all closer to Halloween. Peace.